entered the brow chat room. So all of my ladies, if you are a person with brows like me and you want to learn how I do my brows and achieve a slayed brow, let me know and I will definitely let you know what's really good in the hood with the brows. Okay. All right, so now we're done with that awkward beginning stage. I have set my brows with some powder. I just like put on the top of it. This is the translucent powder from Cover FX. And I just basically pat that into my brow and onto my brows. So now I'm gonna take some dip brow, and this dip brow here is pretty nice. I actually had to revamp it with some oil, so I use actually the Miracle Drops on my brows to see if that would help my brows grow a little bit more and revive my pomade. This is my choice. This is how I do it. So if you feel like you can't connect, you can exit the chat here. But y'all, for real, this is really just a tutorial for my ladies who have reached out to me and really wanted their brows to look nice. So, you know, Valentine's Day is coming up. You want to look nice for yourself, not only for Valentine's Day, but you want to look nice for yourself. And so I'm about to help you ladies achieve that. So I only like to use a little bit of product, and what I like to do is go under, and this kind of helps me graph out. It's almost like a sketch for me. I think I like that brow, but I think I need it to be a little bit thicker. Okay, so now I'm at the beginning of the brow, which you can tell has no nothing. So I need to balance that out. So I'm going to turn the brush sideways, which this brush is an angle brush. Sorry I did not mention that earlier. But an angle brush you want to use for this. So pretty much you're just sculpting and taking the excess of the product and brushing the beginning of the brow forward just to create that shape and balance. Oh shoot, so this can happen sometimes where the product will kind of just slowly come off on its own. But that is okay. This is where my unibrow comes in. I'm gonna use these pictures. Okay, so now this is where the next part comes in, which is very, very, very important. And that is to seal this dip brow up with some powder. You can use eyeshadow if you like. Today I'm going to use eyeshadow of my Dusty palette. This is the matte book from the Crayon case collection by Super. And I'm gonna use that deep dark brown. That is actually used for contour, but I'm gonna use it for my brows because I need it to be darker. So I'm just gonna touch it up with the same brush. And sometimes I will gel my brows too before I actually fill them in, but it's just preference. But I feel like this sort of brow has just stuck with me, and I think that it just looks better, especially in pictures. Y'all already know, honey, I'm very serious about my pictures. Very, very expressive. Here we go. Now, that's why sometimes I like to just give myself a unibrow, because that just kind of helps me see where I want my brows to be. Now my tails, for sure, I'm gonna add a dash bit more product there because I don't have much brow there. Okay, there you have it, the slashes. All right, so the next step is you want to take a nice brush that, you know, it could be like a flat eyeshadow brush. These are dirty, sorry, but it's okay. I like just did my eyebrows yesterday and I'm about to clean them again right now just for this look. So take a flat brush, you know, flat, almost like an eyeshadow brush that's flat where you pack your eyeshadow on, okay? So yeah, you want to take your brow, whichever brow is your favorite, and I'm gonna go with this side, which is usually my favorite, but I'm gonna go on this side. I'm gonna do the one that I actually hate to do. I'm gonna go for you. I'm gonna show you some love today. So go under these brows, and you don't technically need a lot, but you know, if you don't want to have to keep dibbling and dabbling back into your concealer, then you don't really have to if you know, put enough on your concealer brush. Okay. And smooth that. Oh shoot, it's okay. Okay, so just taking it, smoothing it over my eyelid. Okay. And you know, go under and just pretty much drag that concealer down. And of course, again, using that beginning stage of the brow to help guide you. Okay. So I'm just gonna actually use this on the whole eye. Whatever I have left, I'm just gonna pack it on. Just pretty much blend it on. So I should say blend it on. Okay, but look how it looks under. I haven't even gotten to the top yet, but it looks very pretty. So far, so good. Also, another trick, if you are a person who, you know, will make a little mistake of going too far in, or maybe like, oh my gosh, I chopped my brow off, it's okay. Concealer and reapplying is like, concealer is your best friend, honestly. So you can always go back into some powder and, you know, go back into it, fill it in, and then you would go back over it with concealer if you feel like you didn't apply it right the first time. So now I'm going to take a darker concealer. This is actually similar, just a neutral tone, still by Tarte, the Shape Tape Concealer. And this is how I also get the tail of my brow. Okay, and with that, you can still see it, so I like to just grab some sort of like blending brush, blending it upward and kind of like flattening that. Okay, yeah, so I'm looking like a bald head chicken now, and that's okay. So all I really did was do my foundation, set my face, a little bit of contour as well. But what I did, I just took like the brush that I used my foundation on, just kind of, you know, when I was blending around my nose, I just kind of brought it up through my brows, and whatever wiped away, just wiped away. So this is what I'm left with. I didn't do anything else to it except for this one last thing. I only did two things. So once I put the powder under my eyes, whatever excess that I had on it, I took to my lids to set my lids very lightly, and then I just lightly brush it across my brows as well. But this is a color like a this is the Juvia's, Juvia, G-O-B-I setting powder. That's the name of it. I'm not even gonna go into pronouncing it like I did before. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take some of that powder that I had before, well, same powder, I'm going to use the same one, the eyeshadow powder, and I'm just going to tightline it where I feel like it seems as though it's disappearing. So on the top for sure, and this is where it comes in, where it's nice during pictures, but still soft looking. I feel like powder just always looks a little bit softer sometimes. And that's what a lot of people usually do who have brows already. They just use a little bit of powder and then they can go. Me, I need a few more steps. So I'm just gonna take the excess, dab it on like a brush, dab it on a piece of paper towel or something, and then just going to brush forward, up and down, and out. The out is more lighter than the actual strokes going down. That's just the way that I do. It's all in how you hold the brush. You don't want to be heavy-handed with doing makeup. It's pointless. So I'm also going to fix my brow here. I feel like it is just doing something different. So I'm just gonna go under. Okay, and like the same advice from earlier, if you feel like you messed up, go back over some concealer. Maybe you need to do this before you move on to another step, just so you know you're in love with the way it looks before you do anything else, so you don't mess up anything. Okay. All right, so that's pretty much it. All that I do for my brows. Let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna use the Morphe matting spray. I just switched the knob on it because I don't know if y'all have had this experience, but me with this sort of spray, it gets kind of clumped within here and I can't stand that, so I had to switch the top. So okay. Motherfucker. Yep, see, look what I'm talking about. That just came out of this and it's the spray stuck. I cannot. Morphe, come on, we gotta talk about it. This is crazy. Over it. I'm over it, y'all. I'm over it. I'm just trying to set my face. I'm just trying to be a bad bitch. I'm just trying to be set. What the? This is bananas. So thank God for my Mario Badescu spray. I put in one of these bottles so that I can keep up with it, travel with it. Can y'all see me? Okay, I'm gonna finish putting some lashes on and I'll be back. But until then,
I be hoping that the vibe never ends. I just hope you know that I understand.